We often think we are in control of our lives, but are we really? Every day, our emotions control us. We get angry when someone is rude. We feel sad when people ignore us. We feel worried about things that haven't happened yet. We react without thinking. So the real question is, are we living with purpose or just reacting to the world? Many people want to control their feelings, but instead of facing them, they run away. They eat when they feel sad. They scroll social media when they feel lonely. They smile to hide the pain. That's not control. That's escape. True strength comes when you face your emotions, not when you hide from them. In this podcast, I will share 10 simple and powerful ways to train your mind and emotions. These tips are not difficult. They are small actions that over time can change your life. You don't need to be perfect to start. You only need to be ready. And real change begins with one choice. Will you control your mind or let it control you? Tip 1. Avoid temporary pleasure. In our life today, it is very easy to feel happy for a short time. We can eat sweet food. We can watch funny videos. We can play games on our phones. These things feel good now, but later we often feel tired, sad, or empty. Why do we do these things again and again, even when we know they are not good for us? The reason is inside our brain. Our brain has something called dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical. It helps us feel happy. When we eat cake or get a like on a photo, we feel good because of dopamine. Our brain likes this feeling, so it says, do it again. This is why we want to look at our phones again and again. It becomes a habit. Even before we eat the food or open the app, our brain starts to give us dopamine. In one study from Harvard University, scientists saw that people feel happy not only when they get a reward, but also when they expect a reward. This means just thinking about watching a video can already make our brain feel good. So we want to do it, even if we know we should not. But the good feeling does not last long. After 1 hour of watching videos, we feel bad. We say, I wasted my time. We're not lazy. We're just used to this fast pleasure. We want to feel better quickly, so we take the easy way. This happens again and again. In 2020, another study in Amsterdam showed that people who have problems with self-control are not weak. They're not bad. They just have strong habits. Their brain always wants the easy and fast reward. This is the real problem. Not the food, not the phone, not the video, but the small moment when we make a choice. That small choice is very important. So how can we stop this habit? We don't need to be perfect, but we can learn a small trick. Before we do something, we can ask, will I still feel good 1 hour after this? If the answer is yes, we can do it. If the answer is no, we can stop. This small question helps us think clearly. It helps us make a better choice. Maybe we choose to take a short walk, write in a notebook, or sit quietly. These things feel boring at first, but later, they help us feel calm and proud. When we say no to the easy thing, our brain learns something new. We become stronger. We start to feel peace. We build a new habit, not a perfect habit, but a better one. You are not lazy. You are just human. Your brain likes fast joy, but now you understand how it works. And now you can choose something better. Say no to the thing that gives fast pleasure but makes you feel bad later. Say yes to the thing that feels hard now but gives you peace later. This is how we grow, one small choice at a time. Tip 2, give your brain a break. Sometimes we feel tired or sad and we do not know why. We say things like, I don't want to do anything, or I feel bored. But maybe the real reason is this. Our brain is full full of things that are not helping us. Every day we see many things: photos, videos, news, people's lives online. We hear many voices. Some are loud, some are angry, some are fake. Our brain is like a room. If we put too many things inside, it becomes messy. We feel stressed. We feel lost. We feel slow. A study from the University of California said that the average person sees more than 34 gigabytes of information every day. That is like reading 100,000 words. But most of that information is not important. It is just noise. And this noise makes it hard to think clearly. So what do? Most of the time we add more. We scroll more. We watch more. We think this will help us relax. But it's like drinking salt water. The more we drink, the more thirsty we feel. One day I tried something simple. I turned off my phone. No music, no videos, no messages. At first, it felt strange. I wanted to check something. I wanted to hear a sound. But I waited. I made tea. I looked out the window. I wrote one small sentence in a notebook. I am here now. And slowly my mind became quiet. This is what I learned. We don't need more. We need less. Less noise. Less speed. Less pressure. Our brain is smart, but it also needs space. Like a garden, it needs time to grow. But if we plant too many seeds, nothing grows well. The best ideas come in silence. The best feelings come when we stop trying so hard to feel better and just rest. So now I try a small thing every day. 10 minutes of quiet. No phone. No screen. Just me and the moment. And you know what? That small space feels big. It gives me peace. It gives me power. It gives me clarity. You don't need to change your whole life. Just begin with a pause. Look outside. Close your eyes. Breathe. You don't have to run all the time. Because sometimes the strongest choice is to stop, to do nothing, and let your brain breathe. Tip 3. Your circle shapes you. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever felt tired after talking to someone, even if they didn't say anything bad? Or have you ever felt full of energy after meeting a person who believes in you? This is not magic. This is your circle. Your circle means the people around you, friends, family, coworkers, even people online. And like food for your body, people are food for your mind. Some give energy, some take it. Science agrees. A study from Harvard, the longest happiness study in the world, over 80 years, found one big truth. Good relationships keep us healthy and happy. Not money, not fame, not success, just simple, safe, kind connections. But here's the hard part. Not everyone around us is good for us. Some people complain all the time. Some always talk about problems, but never try to change. Some judge us. Some make us feel small. And when we stay close to them, even if we love them, we begin to think like them. Slowly, we feel more tired, more lost, more negative. Why? Because emotions are contagious. Like a cold. If you spend time with sad people, you start to feel sad too. If you walk next to angry people, you feel more stress. But if you talk to someone who believes in growth, who is kind and honest, you feel stronger. So what can we do? We cannot always change the people around us, but we can choose how much time and energy we give them. It's okay to take a step back from people who drain you. It's okay to say no to drama. It's okay to protect your peace. And it's more than okay. It's smart to spend more time with people who lift you up. People who dream, who work, who care. You don't need 100 friends. You only need 2 or 3 who want to see you win. One small change I made was this. I stopped chasing people who made me feel less, and I started texting people who made me feel more brave, more calm, more myself. And slowly I changed, not because I became a new person, but because I let go of noise and made space for real connection. You don't have to cut everyone out. Just start noticing. After I talk to this person, do I feel heavy or light? Your answer is your guide. You're not just the books you read or the videos you watch. You are also the people you sit next to. So choose wisely, because your circle is not just around you. It becomes you. Tip 4, hard now, easy later. Let me tell you something that changed my life. One morning, I woke up and looked at my to-do list. It had 5 things: wash clothes, answer emails, do a hard work task, clean the kitchen, and exercise. Guess what I did first? The easy thing, I cleaned the kitchen. Then I checked my phone. Then I answered one email. But when I looked at the time, it was already 11 a.m. And the hard task, still there. I felt busy but not better. I felt active but not proud. This happens to many of us. We do the easy things first because they are fast, because we feel good when we check something off. But inside, we know the hard thing is waiting. And the longer we wait, the heavier it feels. Here's the truth. Easy now means hard later. But hard now means easy later. Think of it like cleaning your room. If you clean it now, it takes 20 minutes. But if you wait 1 week, it takes 1 hour. Same job, but harder later. Our brain always wants comfort. It says, do the fun thing first. But our future self, tomorrow's version of us, wants freedom, peace, and pride. And that only comes when we face the hard thing first. One simple rule helped me. Do the frog first. This idea comes from saying, if you eat a frog in the morning, nothing worse will happen that day. It means, do the worst, hardest thing first. Then everything else feels easier. And you know what? It works. When I start with a hard task, I feel strong. I feel focused. I feel proud even before lunch. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing the one thing that really matters. Even if it's boring, even if it's scary. Because once that big thing is done, your mind becomes free. So tomorrow morning, when you look at your list, don't ask, what's easy? Ask, what's important? Then do that first, even if you don't feel ready, even if it's just 15 minutes. Each time you choose the hard thing first, you grow, not just in skills, but in discipline. And discipline is freedom. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to finish everything. You just have to start with the frog. Tip 5. Your environment is your habit. One evening, I wanted to stop eating snacks. I told myself, no more chips today. But guess what was on the table? A big bag of chips. Open. Waiting. And guess what I did? Yes, I ate it. Not because I was hungry. Not because I was weak. But because it was there. Our environment, the things and people around us, makes our choices easy or hard. If your room is messy, your brain feels messy. If your phone is on the bed, you scroll more. If your fridge has cake, you eat cake. If your books are on the desk, you read more. So here's the simple truth. Your environment builds your habits, not just your willpower. There's even science for this. A study from Duke University says that more than 40% of our actions each day are habits, not real decisions. That means we're not lazy. We are on autopilot. We do what is easy, what is near, what is normal in our space. So what can we do? Start small. If you want to eat better, put fruit on the table, not snacks. If you want to read more, leave your book on your pillow. If you want to wake up early, put your phone far from your bed. If you want to move more, put your shoes near the door. You don't need to change everything. You just need to make the good thing easy and the bad thing hard. One day I cleaned my desk. I put my notebook and pen in the middle. I turned off my phone. And guess what? I wrote for 1 hour. No stress, no force. Just flow. Why? Because I made the choice easy. You don't have to fight yourself every day. Just help yourself. Make your environment work for you, not against you. Because willpower is like a battery. It runs out. But a good environment, that's like a silent coach, always helping you do better without words. So look around you now. Is your space helping your future self or hurting it? One small change today can make a big result tomorrow. You don't have to be strong all the time. Just be smart. And the smartest move is to build a space where good habits happen without a fight. Tip 6. Energy needs rest. One afternoon I was working hard. My eyes were on the screen. My hands were typing fast. My brain said, "Go. Don't stop." So I didn't. I skipped lunch. I didn't drink water. I thought, if I stop, I will lose focus. But after 2 more hours, I felt slow. I was still sitting, still looking busy, but I was tired, distracted, and not happy. And I learned something important. Working all the time doesn't mean working well. We all want to do more. We want to finish tasks, meet goals, be better. But we forget we're not machines. We are humans, and humans need rest. Science tells us this too. Studies show that when we take short breaks, our brain works better. Even a 5-minute walk or deep breath can help us focus again. The Pomodoro technique, work 25 minutes, rest 5, is famous because it works. But many of us think rest is lazy. We say, "I'll rest later." But later never comes, and then we burn out. Let's look at nature. Even the sun goes down. Even trees stop growing in winter. Rest is not weakness. Rest is part of power. Think of your energy like a phone battery. If you don't charge it, it dies. You don't blame the phone, right? You charge it. You care for it. You must do the same for yourself. So how do we rest well? Not just sleep, though sleep is important too. Rest also means taking a walk without your phone, drinking water slowly, listening to calm music, closing your eyes for 1 minute, sitting outside and breathing. Even a small pause can give your mind space. And when your mind has space, it works better. I used to feel guilty when I rested. Now I feel smart, because when I take care of my energy, I do more with less stress. You don't need to wait for a big vacation. You can rest today. Now, 1 deep breath, 1 short break, 1 kind moment for your body and mind. Your best ideas don't come when you are tired. They come when you are calm. So remember, energy is not endless. It needs care, and care begins with rest. You are not a robot. You are a person full of dreams, and those dreams need energy. Protect it, charge it, rest it, and you will rise stronger. Tip 7, small steps win. Some years ago, I wanted to get fit. I saw people running 5 kilometers, lifting heavy weights, looking strong. I thought, I must do big things too. So I tried running for 30 minutes. On day 1, I gave up after 8. On day 2, I was too tired to even try. And on day 3, I quit. I felt like a failure, but the problem wasn't me. The problem was my plan. I tried to jump too far. 1 week later, I decided to do something small. I walked for 5 minutes. Just 5. And the next day, I walked 7. Then 10. Soon, I was walking 30 minutes every day without pain, without stress. And I liked it. That's when I learned this lesson. Big change starts with small steps. Many times we want quick results. We want to speak English fast. We want to write a book in 1 week. We want to change our life in 1 month. But change doesn't work that way. Change is like planting a tree. You water it a little each day. You don't shout at it. You don't pull the roots. You give it time. And it grows slowly then all at once. There's science behind this too. Research shows that small actions done daily become habits, and habits build identity. You don't need motivation every day. You just need a system that's easy to follow. Want to read more? Start with 1 page. Want to write more? Try 2 sentences. Want to eat better? Change 1 meal. Want to sleep early? Go to bed 10 minutes sooner. When it's too big, we quit. But when it's small, we start. And starting is everything. So now when I feel lazy or lost, I ask, what is one small thing I can do today? Not big, not perfect, just one small thing. And you know what? That small thing builds trust. Trust in myself. Trust that I can change. Step by step, day by day. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be fast. You just need to move forward, even 1 tiny step at a time. Remember this. Slow is not weak. Small is not nothing. Small is powerful when you do it again and again. So if you feel stuck today, don't try to climb the whole mountain. Just take 1 step. Then tomorrow, take 1 more. That's how we grow. Not in big jumps, but in quiet, steady, brave little steps. Tip 8. Don't wait to feel ready. Let me tell you something simple. I wanted to start writing a blog. For months I said, I'll write when I feel ready. I'll start when I feel inspired. I need more time, more ideas, more something. But you know what happened? Nothing. The perfect moment never came. No magic feeling. No special day. Just the same me, waiting and waiting. One day I sat down and said, okay, I'll write for 10 minutes. That's all. And I did. Was it amazing? No. Was it finished? No. But something changed. I started. And that's the truth most people don't tell you. Action comes before motivation. We think we need to feel ready first. But in reality, when we move, we feel ready. When we begin, we create energy. When we start, we surprise ourselves. It's like going to the gym. You don't feel strong at home. You feel strong after the workout. You feel clear after the first step. Science agrees too. A study in the journal Motivation and Emotion found that when people took small action first, like standing up or writing 1 sentence, their motivation increased. Not before, after. That means the best way to get ready is to begin, even if you feel scared, even if you feel slow, even if your heart says, not now. Just start. Write 1 word. Take 1 breath. Make 1 small move. Your brain will follow. Your energy will rise. And your confidence will grow. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fast. You just need to begin. Messy, unsure, maybe even afraid. But begin. That's how everything real starts. Not with magic. Not with ready. But with courage. Tiny, quiet courage. So next time you say, I'll do it later, ask yourself, what can I do now, even for 2 minutes? Then do that, because readiness is not something you wait for. It's something you build, 1 small action at a time. The secret is simple. Don't wait for ready. Create it. Tip 9. Say no to protect your yes. Last month, a friend asked me to join a weekend trip. I was tired. I had work to do. I really needed some rest. But I said, sure, I'll come. Why? Because I didn't want to disappoint anyone. Because I didn't want to seem boring. because I didn't know how to say no. So I went. And the whole time I felt tired, quiet, not really there. Later I thought, I didn't help anyone by saying yes. I only hurt myself. This happens to many of us. We say yes when we want to say no. We agree to things we don't have time or energy for. We smile, but inside we feel heavy. Why do we do this? Because we want to be kind. Because we want to be liked. Because we're afraid to upset others. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to something you don't want, you say no to something you really need. When you say yes to that extra work you don't have time for, you say no to rest. When you say yes to a party you don't enjoy, you say no to quiet time with yourself. When you say yes to people who use you, you say no to your peace. Saying no is not rude. It's honest. It's strong. It's self-care. And saying no does not mean you are selfish. It means you respect your time, your energy, and your goals. Here's a small trick I learned. When someone asks you for something, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, if I say yes, what will I give up? Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not. You don't need to explain too much. You can say, thanks for asking, but I can't. I wish I could, but I have other plans. No, not this time. Simple, kind, clear. And when you say no, something beautiful happens. You create space for your own yes. Yes to rest. Yes to health. Yes to people and things that truly matter. It's like a garden. You can't grow everything. You must choose what to water. And to choose well, you must sometimes say no. So if your heart is tired, if your days feel too full, maybe it's not because you don't have time. Maybe it's because you're giving too many yes to the wrong things. And today you can change that. Start small. One honest no, then another. And slowly, you'll build a life full of real, strong, beautiful yes. Tip 10. Watch what you feed your mind. Every morning, I used to wake up and open my phone first. I'd scroll through news, messages, social media. Sometimes it made me laugh, but many times it made me feel tired before my day even started. I saw bad news. I saw people with perfect lives. I saw problems that I could not fix. And without knowing it, I started my day with stress. Then one day, a friend asked me, "Would you eat junk food for breakfast every day?" I said, "Of course not." And he smiled and said, "Then why do you feed your mind junk every morning?" That question stayed with me. We all know food affects the body, but we forget information is food for the brain. What you read, hear, and watch every day, it shapes your mind, your mood, and your energy. If you feed your mind fear, drama, and noise, your thoughts become heavy, your focus breaks, you feel lost without knowing why. But when you give your brain something good, a kind word, a new idea, a quiet moment, you start to feel different, clearer, stronger, lighter. Science supports this too. Studies show that too much negative media increases anxiety. Even reading about problems all day can make us feel like we're in danger, even when we're not. So, I changed my mornings. Now I wake up, take a deep breath, drink water, stretch a little. Then I read one short, happy thing, a quote, a small idea, a note I wrote to myself. It takes 2 minutes, but it sets the tone for the day. You don't need to avoid the world, but you can choose what enters your mind first. You can protect your peace the same way you protect your health. Ask yourself, what am I watching? What voices do I hear every day? Does this make me feel small or strong? Because what you feed your mind today becomes your thoughts tomorrow, and your thoughts become your choices, and your choices shape your life. So if you want a better life, start with better inputs. Turn off the noise. Unfollow people who make you feel less. Mute the drama, and add more of what lifts you up. Good books, kind people, calm mornings, deep breaths, a real laughter. Your mind is not a trash bin. It's a garden. and what you plant in it every day will grow. So feed it well, care for it daily, and it will take care of you. Let me say something honest. Life is not easy. There are ups and downs. People change. Plans fail. Markets rise and fall. And sometimes we feel lost. But inside all this noise, there is one thing you can always work on. Your mind. Because when your mind is calm, you make better choices. You speak with kindness. You think with clarity. You move with courage. We began this journey with one truth. Your brain wants fast pleasure. It will choose what feels good now, not what helps later. So the first step was learning to pause, to ask, will I still feel good after this? This one question can save you hours of regret. Then we talked about clearing the noise. Too much information makes your mind tired. It's okay to turn off the phone, sit in silence, and just breathe. This is not wasting time, it's planting peace. We also learned that the hard things help us grow, even if they feel boring or slow. Reading one page, saying no to sugar, getting up early. Small steps, but each one builds your mind muscle. And what about waiting to feel ready? We now know you don't wait. You begin. Action creates energy. Even a tiny start can wake something powerful inside you. Then came something deeper, the power of saying no. No to what drains you. No to what pulls you away from your real goals. Because every no gives your yes more power. And of course, we looked at what we feed our minds. Just like the body, the mind needs clean, kind fuel. So give it better inputs, ideas that build, not break. These are not big, loud lessons. They are quiet tools. But if you use them, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel steady, even when life is not. And that's when real peace grows. Not because the world is perfect, but because you are anchored inside. You start making calm decisions. You listen better. You invest with patience. You don't follow the crowd, you follow your plan. And slowly, your life, and even your money, grows with meaning. Because when your mind is strong, you don't chase the fast win. You don't fear every fall. You trust the process. You trust yourself. So take these 10 small tools. Use them every day. And remember, success is not always about speed. It's about direction. And peace? Peace comes when you know you're walking the right way. Step by step, thought by thought. Building not just a better life, but a better you.